This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Bowling Green Falcons, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The lone back's got it. At the 35, he's got room. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And a really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
Across the 25, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Falcons come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Bazelak. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set. Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bowling Green!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Morris. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's looking to throw it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip. And get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming. The defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Getting some heat. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it." And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Falcons are in the hurry-up. And there he is again, another sack, channeling his inner Aiden Hutchinson against Penn State. Racing down the left side. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. On the run, it's Stewart. Smashes through. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Trying to get to him. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Looking for a man. It's Bazelak. Got it! He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Defensively, now you can tell I got to be ready for anything, right? If they're going to get the ball to fast guys on the perimeter like this, I better be ready for it. The defense was ready for it. It was a good game. It wasn't a bad game. You didn't give up a touchdown. But now this makes me think, goodness gracious, they'll get the ball to anybody, any place, anywhere on the field.
They come to the line of scrimmage full of guts, passing on the field goal attempt that would give them the lead and going for the touchdown on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. This offense starts deep in a hole. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Feeling some heat. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They're bringing heat. He'll pull it down. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. And down he goes back at the 3. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Going up top on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the Big House when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor. And a really competitive game so far. I'm talking razor-thin margins in the big statistical categories. And while it may be a broken record, turnovers are the name of the game. The team that limits them, the ones that win that turnover margin, generally speaking, are the ones that have the best chance to get that dub. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. We're all locked up here in the 3rd quarter as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. The receiver on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love defenses that can gang tackle. How about the defense getting a lot of hats to the football? That receiver's a fast dude. But this defense, they've got a lot of team speed themselves, and they showed it right there.
Looking downfield, it's Bazelak. They're trying to get to him. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Falcons will send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a 1st down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that, get that one pop.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really, really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll bring it back. It's Garcia. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide.
He's loose. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he's...
Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Looking downfield, it's Bazelak. He's got him still on his feet. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, BG.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
At the 35, he's loose. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run?
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Bowling Green. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires and picked off.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. Not a big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking for a man, it's Bazelak. He finds his man. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. 1st down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Fires on the move. Little too much juice on that one from the junior. After the incompletion, it's 2nd down.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9.
Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And the pass is intercepted.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Here comes the offense on first down. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.